And much in the tradition that I started a few, well, I was going to say a few weeks, but I guess a month or two ago, it's time to do the last minute community goal. So we are just flying into Beta 3 Tucani. And by the way, this video is recorded on June 23rd. So I've got about 2 days left before the end of the goal. But I figured I wanted to get in the top 75%, and that was a moving number. So just to be safe, easier to wait till the last minute and then do it than to do it right away and then have to constantly be monitoring it to see if you fell out of the top 75. So you can see I'm in a Cobra Mark V, which is not the best or easiest ship to do this in. But I do have my carrier on the way in about 10 minutes, one jump out of Beta Tucani. So I can swap ships. Once it gets there. Boy, that's a little loud on the game. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. So once... And for I guess people that don't have a carrier, you're going to be flying in your actual ship. In my case, I am just flying in a ship, and then I'll figure out whether it's a ship I want to keep playing in or change up. So first choice is who do we fight for, and we should register for the particular faction. So the faction minimum number is slightly lower as expected for Delane. And I believe the prices, let me just double check, but I think the prices are identical. A 2B and a 3A Seeker missile rack, top 75% and above, regardless of their pledge power, will receive additional one each of those. So yeah, in that situation, so might as well do it for the other one, right? Huh. Since I'm not pledged to either power, it really doesn't make any difference who I play for. Let's find out where we go. I guess the first place we need to go is the Mictlan, something like that. Get rid of carriers. There's too many of them in here. There's the Mictlan. So let's go register there. And let's see, where is he? I'm sure I just flew right by him. There he is. So it's been a while, guys. If you're used to watching my videos, I've done a few live streams, but I haven't actually made a video in about 2 months. Okay, did I not turn that on? There we go. And reason for that is severalfold. One, I got a little busy with work. Then two, I had a fairly lengthy vacation trip to see my dad, who lives in the middle of nowhere and barely has internet. So while I could still have connectivity out there, I certainly couldn't stream or do a record a video out there. And then of course once I came back, I had more work related stuff to do. And then the fourth thing is, on this trip I started playing a single person game because I knew I was going to have crappy internet, which was X4. I'm a big fan of space games, as you all probably know. So I started playing X4, and I played it for about 2 weeks while I was out there, and really got to like it. I mean, it has so many elements of so many space games that I like. It has elements of EVE Online. It has elements of Elite Dangerous. It has elements of Star Citizen. Yes, you can walk around in spaceships. You actually have crew aboard, and you can get out of the pilot seat and let a pilot that is your crew fly for you, regardless of whether you're inside the spaceship or you're not inside the spaceship. Cool looking planet. And also some elements of No Man's Sky as well. It's not as cartoony looking for sure. And there are things about it that look very high quality, realistic, more like Elite Dangerous than Star Citizen. Certainly Star Citizen holds the winning prize there for super realistic looking things. It's too bad it's not done yet. But for a single player game, I feel like it's actually more mature and has more elements of things you can do than any of the online titles that I mentioned that it's similar to. Let's get a docking request in. Pad 5. I gotta find pad 5. Probably another one here. And I use, when I came back and I kept playing some X4, I'm using the same joysticks, and it's working great with sticks. I think it works pretty good with the mouse too. I played a little bit with the mouse while I was there. Where the heck is pad 5? What am I missing here, guys? Hello. There's a pad here. I would expect 5 would be somewhere on the other side of this. Somewhere, hopefully. There's 5. There we go. I don't know how I missed that the first time. And I'm coming in from the wrong side, so I gotta do the old flip. Put out the landing gear and land. I guess I don't have auto landing on this one. Good enough. Alright. Community goals. So we're playing for Delane. Look at how few contributors Delane has. So for Delane, the 75% is at 3.1 million. For the Empire, it is at 3.5 million. It's not actually a huge difference, but might as well play for the underdog here since it doesn't really matter. Sign up. I'm sure they only allow us to sign up for one. They started doing that. There used to be a time when you could sign up for both, but I don't think they're doing that any longer. Alrighty, and we're turning in. I guess I should have read the mission. We're turning in contribution, earn, redeem combat bonds. Okay, in conflict zones. Okay, good enough. So we should be able to go swap out to a larger ship soon here. But let's just go and see what it's like in the small ship first.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Conflict zones, low, high, medium. Let's go for a high. Mostly because the ships there should be worth more, so we can do fewer of them. And it's right next to here. Very convenient. Then here. Let's see how I do in some combat in this game. I've been mostly just playing combat in X4, or I'm more used to doing combat in X4 at this point, so curious to see how that works. As far as combat visuals, I'd say that X4 is probably better than all the other games. It's maybe similar to Elite, and I consider Elite to be better than Star Citizen in terms of combat cinematics. The guns and variety of guns and ships that use them in Star Citizen are not as good as Elite. No Man's Sky certainly not as good. Eve used to be pretty much the standard for space combat with its huge multi-ship combat. But Elite gives Eve a pretty good run for its money. I think it just edges it out slightly. Although Eve does have a more variety of weapons that people do use, and more blinky colored lasers too. But I've also been in like Thargoid campaigns where there are 15 people all killing Thargoids like humans, and then also NPCs on top of that, and that certainly doesn't look any less impressive than EVE Online, even though it's way fewer ships. And in X4, the battles can be one-on-one, just like in the other games. But also, as you build out your group, your corporation, whatever you want to call it, your guild, and you get more commanders, more ships working for you, more NPCs that you hire. Some of the battles you can have are like 20, 30, 40, 100 ships all at once. So very impressive combat cinematics in X4, and sometimes and since you can have NPCs fighting NPCs on your behalf, like your NPCs versus the bad guy NPCs, sometimes it's fun just to go into third person mode and just watch. I mean, we can go into third person here too, but you know, we'll see what the combat's like. Maybe I'll go into third person in combat and here in this game as well. We shall see. So we get there. Well, I didn't realize it's this far away. I would have turboed. I guess I didn't pay attention to how far away it was. That's more like what it was. Wait. There we go. We're almost there. Stop, slow down, slow down, slow down. Why are we not in resist mode here? There we go. So I assume I'm fighting for Kumo Council, since that's got the word Kumo on it. I wonder if they have it set up that if you pick the wrong faction here, then you just don't get any credits when you turn in the bonds, or if they just don't care and let you turn on bonds regardless of who you fight for. Probably not worth finding out, at least not until I've got my 3.5 million in. Okay, we're going way too slow. Come on. Speed this up. Gravity well. I got your gravity well. Oh, come on. So there's a few ways to do these, right? There's the come in a big ass ship with tons of guns and amazing shields, and a lot of people will do that. Bring a Corvette or an Anaconda or a cutter or something. All right, is it asking me? Yeah. So Kumo Council, yes. There we go. Good to see you. Now, what do we... Okay, there's a back there. Imperial Navy vessel. Alright, where is he? 0 credits? What the hell? I gotta switch into military mode. And let's butt off on this guy. Come on. Deploy. Deploy. Damn it. It's been pre-deployed.
Target shields offline.
Okay, he's got no shields. Zoom around, get out of his area of coverage here, and okay. What is he at? 45%?
Frameshield charge detected.
Quit flying away from me. Dead? Good. Alright, there we go.
Destroyed.
So that's 32 million. Alright. So I was gonna say there's several ways to do that, one of which is big ass ship, lots of shields. Another way is big ass guns and not as much in shields.
Enemy capital ship incoming. Target the heat relay. See if you can force it to
Capital.
retreat.
That should be interesting. Okay, this guy should be dead.
Target destroyed.
Nicely done, Commander.
Oh. These are usually a pain in the butt.
Target shields offline.
Oh, that's one thing I'm unused to again here is the activating the turbo sets it off for a fixed length of time. In X4 you can turn it off and on just by, it's basically it's on while you're holding down the button and it's off as soon as you let go. Come here. Quit running. I don't want to shoot from too far away because then there'll be too many misses. Okay, he's at 22%. Good. And he's at 0.
Target destroyed.
We need 7 more of those. Ooh, actually, no, I need a lot more than 7. Yeah, I'm gonna need to find some better quality targets. Oh, I just gotta get some little tiny bit of damage on this guy to get credit for him. Okay. There we go. Good.
Target destroyed.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
This one's at 3 damage. Need to get a little damage on him. And maybe we can finish him off. That's it. Yep.
Target destroyed.
Ah, he wasn't worth much.
Another one down. Keep going, Commander.
Whoa. What do we do with these big guys again? I think we have to take out the individual modules in them or something, don't we?
Under attack.
Whoa. Okay, well, I need to get some damage and I'm gonna just can I go in here? Oh, that's kind of neat.
Confirmed kill.
All right. So if I want to go kill like this laser, what do I do? I shoot you like that? That dead? Yeah, it does. Yeah. Okay. And how about this guy right here? That's dead. Fly around here. Okay. And then that. This I think is a shield, right? Or not? Or are these thrusters and they don't die? Okay.
Nice work, Ace. I'm starting to think we could win this thing.
Come on.
Under attack.
I got no shields. I got no shields.
Shields offline.
Alright, I gotta skedaddle for a little bit. Get my shields back.
Flight assist off.
Yep, and in X4, I'm finding flying with flight assist off works really well as well. I hate those little tiny ones. Ugh. So yeah, that's definitely a bad guy.
Target eliminated.
Because their shields. Come on, get shields. Oh, I don't have anything in system. Duh. They help to have something in system. So they could have just rebooted by this point. Ours are theirs. That's ours. What's he shooting? What? Actually, yeah, let me take a look real quick what we've got here for ships. Anything big?
Shields online.
Well, I guess that's... Oh, no, we got plenty of big ships. Or... No, we don't. We got mostly small ships. That sucks. The big ones, as you probably know, are easier to kill. So all these little ships in here, like Viper 3s and Eagles, especially Eagles, are just a pain in the ass. They take just as long to kill. They're worth a lot less points. Whoa, okay. Fly back towards where I need to go. See, I'll keep working on this, I guess I don't even know if I need anything in weapons, right? Because I'm just firing frag cannons. Why do I have frag cannons on secondary? Huh. Okay.
Got one.
Interesting. Keep that in mind. Alright.
Flight assist on.
So kill some of this shit.
Under attack.
Enemy dispatched. Acquiring new target.
Those dead or are they just turned off? I can't tell. Okay. Guess they're off. Okay, that one's definitely dead. A little flame thing. These have not had little flame things pop up. Now it's dead. There we go. That's burned up. I hope what I'm doing is helping. I don't know if it is. I mean, this seems like it's easier to do than actually kill the little tiny eagles and stuff. So I'm gonna run out of ammo real quick here. What else we got? Did I kill any lasers or anything?
Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
Yeah, that guy's shooting.
Target destroyed.
Damn it. I feel like I can't tell if I'm making any difference. Okay, now I can.
Under attack.
Okay, somebody's shooting
Target
me.
eliminated.
Well, I don't know if I was getting any merits for that though. That's the thing. I just wasted a bunch of ammo and that it may not have given me any merits. Small ships are annoying. Especially when they're not really shooting you, they're just kind of flying around. Yeah, he just flew away. So I think my carrier's probably at its parking spot now. So I will switch out to a bigger ship and hopefully that brings bigger ships in. From what I remember, the game actually does balance out to where if you're in a small ship, it's not going to bring a bunch of big ships to chase you.
Victory is close. I can feel it. Keep up the pressure.
Yeah, we're keeping up the pressure. Come on.
Under attack.
This thing has really good maneuverability. Still a decent shield, even though it's not really optimized for shields.
Target shields.
And you know, the only thing that's at issue here is the limited ammo that you got in this setup. But that aside, actually, Cobra is a pretty good military ship. Come on, quit moving this stupid thing. And one thing that I wish you could do with that you could do like with lasers or more point-at weapons that you can't really do here is just target different regions of the ship. Like if I want to take out his drive, for example, I can select it, but it's pretty much impossible for me to do that with the frags. Yeah, I'm just flying around. I'm not doing diddly squat to help kill him. And he just got his shields back. He's been at 10% for about 5 minutes here. Yeah, every time I hit him, it's just hitting his shield, so I gotta wait for somebody else to come. Somebody with a laser that can actually chase him and keep shooting him while they're chasing him. Unlike me. Oh, somebody got him. Alright, good.
Nicely done, Commander.
We need to have one more kill here.
Target shields online. Target shields offline.
Okay, so at least he's got a little flatter, a little more room to shoot. Okay, that shaved off a good chunk off him.
Enemy dispatched.
Come on, where'd you go? Somebody just popped.
They're
And
falling
this guy.
back.
Hey, we won.
Great job, Commander.
Alright,
You got him.
I'm gonna go
Well done,
turn
Commander.
in this stuff. And then go change ships to a bigger ship.
Massive frame shift surge detected.
So let's see. Micton.
Cannot comply.
Oh yeah, put away the weapons.
Frame shift drive charging.
So we'll find out how much that was total. Guess I can check in here, right? 833,000 bonds. I still have a billion of bonds almost by Pilots Federation that I need to turn in at some point. No rush. Oh, it would help if I actually flew there. Cruise. So 800 gets me on the board, but it doesn't get me in the top 75%. I need 3.5 million for that. So about, I guess, another 4 of those should do it. Thereabouts. If we get bigger ships, it'll take fewer, which is a good reason to bring a larger ship to kind of encourage the game to give you a bigger set of ships to shoot at. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish it didn't try and match your ship to the enemies. I would actually prefer to have a bunch of anacondas to shoot at with this ship, because then I could just park right behind it and just keep shooting until my guns run out of ammo and take it down. It's a lot faster to do that than to just constantly be chasing an eagle around that's flying around. But it is what it is. So we'll turn it in, lie to the carrier, swap ships, fly back, and finish it up. And yes, I'm still calling this a short video. I don't care what y'all think.
Docking request granted.
Oh, that's another thing that I've kind of gotten used to, is actually having a dedicated button on the joystick for... Oh, I'm right there. Dedicated button on a joystick for calling a landing. Like just hitting that button automatically gets a landing position set up. I wish that was the case here. It's the case next 4. I wish that was the case in Star Citizen too. I mean, it's sorta is. They do have a button that you can use, but the distance from which you can use it is, in my opinion. Okay, what's going on here? What is going on? Did I come in from the wrong side? No. Or yes. I can't. No. Oh, I came in from the right side, so why didn't it land? Oh, landing gear. There we go. That would help. Having landing gear on would help. Totally good landing right there. Like only 63 damage. That's nothing. Okay, let's turn this in. I guess I just do that through the normal contacts. I don't think I have to go in here to turn it in. So, yes, just normal turn it in. So, bonds.
Axe ready. No hostile sighted. All hands on standby.
Kumo.
Incoming message.
Here. 766. Okay, how did I get 766 but I had 800 something? Something didn't turn in. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need 4 more. Or again, bigger ships. All right, go to right here. Urea. Oop. Urea. How y'all been? How's everybody been doing?
Ship released.
Everybody looking forward to the Clipper? I'm afraid there's going to be some disappointed people when the thing shows up and it maxes out at right around 1,000. I think that 1,000 is the most we can reasonably expect for the total capacity. Much like the jump range of the Mandalay wasn't double the jump range of DBX. And the number of weapons of the Python Mark II wasn't double the number of weapons on the Python. Like, you can't expect them to double whatever the parameter of the ship is that you're trying to get to.
Cannot comply.
Oh, come on.
Landing gear retracted.
It's got to be a bump up, but it can't be a huge bump up. That if they did that, they would get killed out. They would get called out for pay to win, which they're probably going to be anyway. I mean, even if they come out with something that's just 1,000, they're still going to be called pay to win. Even though, again, it's only available exclusively for ARCs for 3 months, and then it's available in-game to everybody. Unlike Star Citizen, where you can buy a ship that isn't even available to you, and then when it is available to you, it may not be available to everybody else for a year. So it's I think the whole thing's moot. But 1,000, I just want a round number. Can I just have a ship that holds exactly 1,000, not 1,009 or 996, but actually 1,000? That would be so awesome. Well, there's conflict zones here too. Look at that. Now, yeah, I got to turn on carriers back because now I'm here, and there I am. I need to check to see if my parts are in stock. I may have sold out of parts. That occasionally happens. That is one cool thing that I think is a nice bit of realism for the game. Is the can you pull me out in time, or am I going to crash into the sun? Uh-oh. Apparently no, it cannot pull me out. I am going to crash into the sun. Good thing I was able to rescue that. Is the fact that when you buy parts to sell on your carrier, like you're carrying ship parts for other people and yourself to use, it doesn't just come out of magic. It's not just like infinite magic parts. You're buying a set number of items, and each time somebody buys one, including you buying it for yourself, that gets subtracted out from the parts on your carrier. And so slowly, as the parts get purchased out on your carrier, you may end up being out of stock on a particular part. Usually not a bunch of parts. Usually just the one most common of that category ends up being out of stock. And then you have to fly back and top off your stock of parts. But also while that's happening, it's using less space. It's freeing up some space in your carrier because you have less parts. And it's using less money. Obviously, less money is tied up into parts as you sell parts. Now, I sell everything with zero markup. It's just exactly what I paid for it is what you're going to buy it for. So I'm not looking to make money on the carrier. It's really more of a convenience for myself and other people. It's there so you don't have to run to a station and waste time when you could be out doing something productive instead. So,
Commander, check your landing gear.
any gears down? Come on, it's all good. Give me my spot.
Landing gear deployed.
All right, good enough. What should we bring? Well, if the goal is to have it bring larger ships, we should probably bring a cutter or something. Okay, that's a cutter in not here. That's a moving cargo cutter. Obviously, this Anaconda is in Jacques Station in Colonia. Oh, it's yeah. I could use the cutter, or I could do the Corvette. I'll do the Corvette. That's a nice big ship. Let's go ahead and this is all lasers, so it's set up to not have to fly back. It doesn't do nearly as much damage. Obviously, I realize that, guys. You don't have to post a message telling me that. But it's set up that way specifically so that I can go and fight without going back and forth. And then, you know, takes a little longer, but you're removing all the flights back and forth to a station to rearm. That's the trade-off.
Clamps have released. Launch is go.
Landing gear retracted.
I should probably set up where we're going.
Frameshaft drive charging.
Oh, it is an Empire system. Interesting. Okay. I didn't even realize that they were going to do that little competition in an Empire system.
Taking heat damage.
Okay. Well, let's... Warriors. We'll go to high intensity. There's nothing higher than high, right? I think it's just high is the highest. Yeah. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I don't have any limpets. So that's all right. could turbo it a little bit. Yeah, so in this mode, you know how you push the button, then you push it again to turn off. Like, it'd be nice. I would like that to be the case with the normal turbo as well while you're flying. Because sometimes you just want a little bump to catch somebody, and you don't need it to stay on and pass them and then have to turn around and fly back. That would be very convenient.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Okay, well, this is pretty much par for the course. I need to slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Still going too fast. So I guess I can just circle the planet for a little bit. There we go. Now we're at 7. Hopefully I'm on the right side of the belts. I hate to get stuck on the belts and then have to slow poke it through. Oh, okay, good. It's inside the belt, so don't have to worry about it. Good. So these are lasers, so I'm going to be using a lot of power for the weapons. Means I'm also going to need to recharge shields, so I'm not going to be using the engines very much, so I'll be slow boating and waiting for others to attack me. Obviously, the downside of bringing a large ship. Charge once before switching over as I get a little closer. Okay. Again, fighting for Kumo. And now we can spread this out.
Welcome aboard, Commander.
Where's the bad guys at? Where are the bad guys at? Here's the bad guy. You can see the ships are definitely bigger. Pop our lasers out and just basically keep flying toward them at normal speed. And it's not super exciting. It's just sort of fly towards them, let the lasers do their thing. Didn't really run out of capacity here. The closer we are, the more hits we're going to get because these aren't super accurate either. But, you know, they do their job. They will definitely take him down. And you can see he's overheated. This is why he's not flying away as much as he'd like to be. Because I'm shooting him with all the debuffs right now as well. Primary one being heat, which means he can't really do anything that would use heat from his side. Okay, he's trying to run away. We're going to get a little closer. We're pretty heavy, so... And he's dead. Still only 63,000.
Good shooting,
Okay,
Commander.
that's a tiny little ship. Can we get something bigger?
One of our command ships has entered the area. Keep it safe.
Okay, one of ours. Okay, okay, good. What?
Under attack.
These, I guess, are just shooting at anything. Okay. I need to change that because that's a
We have enemy spec
The
out in
setting.
the area. Stay alert.
gun. Where is that setting? Target, fire at will. No, we want to fire target only. There we go. Okay, now give me a target. And let's. Oh, he's tiny. Absolutely tiny. And he's dropping what. It's alright. As long as we're close, we can just, even if we're inaccurate, we just do so much damage with these things. Good flying away.
Warning. Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
Mm-hmm. I want to keep the video nice and short. I should probably wrap it up here, but you see what I'm doing. It's just a matter of grinding it out till it's over 3.5 million, which I had, what I have, 700 and something last time. I've got, according to this, another 1.8, which would bring me at about 2.6, 2.5, and then I just got to do about half of what I did right here to get it to 3.5, and then I'll be done. And I don't need to keep you watching here. I'll be right back when I turn it in. Stay tuned for the magic of video. Okay, and we're back. We got 3.3 on board here, plus the 700 that I turned in initially, even if this 3.3 ends up being less. So yeah, I could stay here and I just kill one more guy, but I don't know. Probably not worth it. I should just fly back. Well, let's see if we can kill this one guy, and then we'll fly back. Like I said, a smart strategy here is actually, instead of just constantly fighting one ship at a time until you kill it, to actually just go damage a tiny bit, a whole bunch of ships. And laser is good for that, because you know you're going to tag them, even if you don't do a whole lot of damage to them. And then no matter what ship gets killed by who, this guy's dead. No matter which ship gets killed by who, oh, that's... Is it ours? Oh, that's... Okay. Now they give us a big ship. Okay, I'm going to stay to kill this. Oh, that was my 1000th ship kill. Nice. Because I like shooting big ships. A lot easier. No matter what ship you're in, shooting big ships is just always easier. More damage, more, you get more credits for them. And here we're just going to overwhelm his ability to recharge shields. There he goes. He's lost his shields. Now it's all just a question of hull. And he does have a pretty good hull. But he's overheating right now, so he can't use a shield recharger. Not that he could anyway, because he's out of shields, but he can't use anything that takes a lot of power or generates a lot of heat right now. He just has to hover by me and wait until my lasers finish him off. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't care if I'm not. This thing has great shields. I'm at 70-some%. Even though I got somebody constantly attacking me. Not an issue. Now, I do keep losing targeting on him, which is a bit annoying. But it takes just a split second to get it back. There we go. He's at 25% now. 20. I'm at 63. No danger. And he'll be at 0. He can't do anything. He did. Come on. You know you're dead. There we go.
Target
There's another 68,000. Now, who the heck was trying to
Another one down. Keep
shoot
going,
at me?
Commander.
This guy, I'm just annoyed by because he's the one that's been taking down my shields, not anybody else. So let's finish him off and then we'll fly out of here. So has shields, he's still charging, running those field banks, but like I said, my lasers will last a lot longer than his shield banks. Down to 16, 11. Every time the large laser hits him, he's just screwed. And that's it. He's out of shields. Now it's pretty quick death. All depends how close he gets to me. The closer he gets, the quicker the death. 60% hull, 40% hull, 30% hull, 20, 9, and he's gone. Okay, I'm going to fly out of here before I keep killing any more ships.
Another one down.
Yeah,
Keep going, Commander.
no, I'm done. Put the weapons away. All power to engines. Get out of here. Somebody's still shooting at me. Okay. And warp out. I brought you guys back a little bit too early, but I really had full intentions of warping out when I brought you back. So 4 million right there. You can see that. We're at 4.7 with the one we turned in. Plenty. Go back to the Mictlan. And I think I have Turbo back here because he's 3,000 away. 4,000. Okay. Definitely have to Turbo back.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Okay, let's put him on. Oh, I already had resist. Sorry. Let's get out of super cruise assist. Get down to 7 seconds. Get back on it. Ooh, there's a couple of biosignals in here. You guys can't see it because it's in an overlay on my screen. But apparently planets 4A and 4C each have about 11 million worth of biologicals to scan. Oh, he's on the back side of the sun, so I need to fly around here. There he is. Now, I keep remembering back of X4 because that's what I've been playing quite a bit of lately. The suns in there look also very good, but I would rate this like a 9.5 out of 10 on the how good it looks scale. And I would rate, oh god, he's behind that planet too. I would rate X4 suns at about a 9. So about a half a step behind this game, quality wise. They're very good. There's a black hole, there's a neutron, there's a few others. But there's a limited number of stars and planets. I think there's only about play 65 or 70. So it's a much more compact area. But you know, the focus on the gameplay is really more on economics. The building of stations is excellent. You build them out of pieces. You don't just select what you want. You actually put them together, which is really fun. And everything in the game is actually made of things just like in EVE Online. You can trace back to mined resources for every single component that's made. So first it has to get mined, then refined, then made into some low-level components, which then get combined and made into higher-level components. And which is something I loved about EVE Online back in the day. And that is something that X4 has as well. Would love to see something like that in this game where we don't just mine asteroids to sell them, but we can refine them and manufacture things as a result of that. What do we get? Landing pad 1? Big one. Now, does this ship have auto land? Nope, of course not. Okay. Okie dokie. I will
Landing gear deployed.
do it manually. The inertia.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay. And turn them in. Now you tell me about limpets. Combat bonds, 4 million. Go out to mission board, community goal. And there we go. I'm in the top 75%. So that's all I needed. I actually just needed 3.5. I got 4.5. So it should be safe till the kick on Thursday. All right, guys. I will catch you in the next video. I've definitely shot some footage already, but I haven't edited it into a video about the advantages of doing both exploration and biology up in Colonia. I've got those videos coming up, and got a few other ideas. So more videos will be coming out soon, but you know, I'm sure once the new ship is out, once the Clipper's out, there'll be more content that has to do with calling. But until that happens, no hauling for me. See you in the next one.